Hey, what is going on, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at Solana against USDT. So we're going to be taking a look at SOL, which is currently trading at $104. We're actually using the Bybit exchange. So this helps us provide a lot of tools whenever it comes to our trading. So whenever we take a look here at Solana, you guys can see that we do have a massive sloping resistance. And you're probably thinking, why is this important? Well, every single time that the price action hits this key level sloping resistance, you can see that the price action just kind of gets rejected and it sells off to the downside. Now, we did recently once again hit the sloping resistance, which was all the way up here at about 120. We did attempt a confirmed breakout at $120 and we did not get it. If we take a look at the volume here, you can actually see that Solana has been picking up a lot of volume, at least over the past 2 weeks. So people have been trying to buy the dip here. However, we are still not there for a confirmed breakout whenever it comes to Solana. Our next key level support that we are going to be paying attention to obviously is going to be right down here, and this is probably going to be sitting around $80. That is my own personal opinion. You can say it's going to be $80 or $81, but I am going to call it $80. And the reason that we are calling it $80 is because if we go back over here in the past, you can see that Solana hit a key level resistance, right? The price action just kind of struggled to get past here. So we are going to be expecting that to play as a key level support. So the big question is, at this current moment, where are we going to be expecting Solana to go to here in the future? Well, I have to be honest, right now, since we did get a rejection, right? Since we did get a rejection at this key level area, at this sloping resistance, there is a possibility that we could come back down once again, just a little bit. There's a good chance that we will retest right here, and this is going to be sitting at about $90. Remember, our other key level support is going to be all the way down here at about $80. So I will be looking for a potential retest down here to the downside whenever it comes to Solana. Now, in order for me to be bullish again, we have to get that confirmed breakout back above this sloping resistance, ladies and gentlemen. We have to get that breakout back above that green line, and that is important. And once we start to get a move back above that green line, we do have some horizontal resistances. I mean, technically we're going to have a small one, which is probably going to be right here about 120, but I will be looking for a nice gap up all the way up here to about $140 whenever it comes to Solana. And the reason we're calling this out is because technically this is a massive gap up. Okay, so if we just go back once again here in the past, you can see that Solana really has very little resistance from the sloping resistance, from this horizontal resistance at 120 all the way up here to 140. That is the next key level area that we are going to be looking for a strong resistance, and that is actually going to be a extremely bullish area in my own personal opinion, because once we start to get that move up to that gap up, right? If anybody knows anything about gaps, but once the price action starts to get up here to this gap, we're going to have some more gap ups to the upside. And you can clearly see that whenever it comes to Solana, that once we get past that 140 area, I mean, technically our next gap up is going to be all the way up here at about $180. We're talking about a massive 20% move from the 140 all the way up here to the 180. I mean, that would be extremely big. If we go ahead and just use the line chart, you guys can see that we are clearly in a downtrend, right? We're clearly in a downtrend here for Solana. So I am hoping that we can get a confirmed breakout soon. There is a good chance that Solana does have a long-term sloping support. So as you guys can see right here, right, that we do have a potential long-term sloping support. So as stated, we are creating higher lows, right? We have a low here, we have a higher low here, we have a higher low here. And if this is the case, right, if this is the case, there is a good chance that Solana is creating a long-term sloping support. Okay, which will help us obviously in the long term. This will help us remain bullish, which means that as long as we stay above this key level area, that we will be expecting a bounce and we will be expecting expecting continuation for Solana. That is just my overall opinion. So we really need to keep eyes on Solana because, as stated, once we get that bounce here, which I do believe is going to happen, then we're going to be looking for a massive move out of that sloping resistance, and we'll be looking for a lot more continuation, okay? And that's going to be extremely important. Another thing that I would like to talk about is going to be our Fibonacci's, okay? So Fibonacci retracements, we do have some key level areas that we need to pay attention to, okay? So for Fibonacci retracements, if anybody doesn't know how these work, we go from the swing low and we go all the way up here to the swing high, right? So we're going all the way from the low on Solana down here for the price action, and we're going to our swing high. And you guys can currently see, all right, we're going to pay attention to these blue lines. Let me go ahead and just remove some of these lines here, but we're going to go ahead and just take a look. But you guys can see that for Solana, that we're hitting the key level areas, which is right here in this area, right? We're hitting this blue area, we're hitting this light green area as well. So the light green area is the 618, okay? That is the 618, which obviously is a key level area. Then obviously we have another one down here, which is a 786. So I do expect Solana most likely to get a bounce around this current area. So as we stated, we got the long-term, right, sloping resistance that we are currently under, and we also have that long-term sloping support, which is way down here for Solana. So I'm going to be expecting a bounce here, you guys. I do think there's a good chance that we'll get a nice bounce here. So we just need to obviously pay attention, right? And we will we'll see what happens. Okay, so keep your eyes on Solana. If you guys would like to, leave some comments down below and let me know what you think here. But I'm going to be looking for Solana, as stated, to get that breakout. It might be a few weeks, might even be a good month or so, but we're going to be looking for that massive breakout whenever it comes to Solana, okay? If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, but I would like to see us get a bounce here. I'm going to be expecting a big bounce, ladies and gentlemen, okay? I do believe it is inevitable. I believe it is about time. So if you guys will, just keep eyes right here, right? We need to keep eyes right here because that's where we're going to be looking for that push, okay? We'll be looking for that push here soon on Solana to the upside. Anyways, thank you guys for all watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a great one, and ciao.